You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/ARTS. Just go to Indeed.com/ARTS right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/ARTS. Just go to Indeed.com/ARTS right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
This is Benny Goodman saying hello for the Camel Caravan. We're still in Chicago, and it's still great to be playing for the old hometown. We have something to say in the way of a surprise for you later on. But right now, we've got another one of those hot tunes that's had so much to do with Chicago jazz. It's that great old-timer, Beautiful Changes.
You and your dog have something important in common. A complicated nervous system. But the dog is kinder to his nerves. He barks a while, he rests a while. He plays a while, he rests a while. And you? Why, you probably work all day without a let-up. It's enough to make anybody nervous. So start right now to be considerate of your nerves. Let up. Light up a Camel. Smokers find Camel's costlier tobaccos soothing to the nerves. Did you notice that I said costlier tobaccos? That's important, for Camels are a matchless blend of finer, more expensive tobaccos, Turkish and domestic. Here is a cigarette that stands apart in its quality, in its mildness. Millions of smokers find that there's more joy in living when they light up a Camel.
Well, gang, I've gone and done it again. Let's start looking, because I lost my yellow basket.
Some years ago, one of the great hits in popular music was a little tune called You're Driving Me Crazy. We just had a new arrangement made, and kids, it kind of rocks. Here it is.
A cigarette has got to be good to be as popular as Camels are. Give Camels a fair trial and see if you don't enjoy them, too. Just smoke 6 packs of Camels and find out why they are the largest selling cigarette in America. You'll find that there's more joy in smoking, more joy in living, when you light up a Camel. It's the Benny Goodman Trio with Benny on clarinet, Teddy Wilson at the piano, and Lionel Hampton on the drums. The tune, I Surrender Dear.
Tonight, the Camel Caravan spotlight swings to a man who's not a member of the band, but who still has one of the most important jobs in it, the arranger. Tonight is our guest, Fletcher Henderson, who's made some of the best arrangements in our books. Come on out, Smack. Fletcher, I think a lot of the people would be interested in knowing just how an arrangement comes to be. Let's take Irving Berlin's Blue Skies. That's one of your best ones, I think. How did you start with that?
Well, Benny, of course, the first thing is the melody. Let's take it just as it's written. It goes like this.
Okay, Paderewski, we've got it. Where do we go from there?
Well, that's Mr. Berlin's idea, but we want to make it swing it. We want to swing it something like this. Well, Benny, you can't do it so well with the piano. Can I borrow the band from you for a few moments?
Sure, Smack. They're all yours.
All right, now first let's take the brass section. This is what I wrote for the brass. That's the part the brass is playing. While they're doing that, the saxes, are playing something else underneath. Benny, would you mind running the saxes through that part alone?
All right, I'll tell you what, Smack. Now, suppose we put those two together right now.
Okay, now the brass and the saxes. There's one other thing we got to add, though, Benny.
You wouldn't be talking about the rhythm section now, would you, Fletcher?
That's it. We got rhythm.
All right, here we go.
Well, there you are. That's all there is to it. All you got to do now is play it.
All right, coming up. Wait a minute. Hold on. Fletcher, you told us all about arranging blue skies, but where did that introduction come from? What's that got to do with blue skies?
Well, Benny, I'm surprised at you. That's the storm.
That's the what?
That's the storm. It's blue skies from now on.
Oh.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/ARTS. Just go to Indeed.com/ARTS right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Other shows we have for you to enjoy at myclassicradio.net. The Avengers was most certainly not a household name in South Africa prior to the radio series. With no national television service until 1976, the mechanism simply was not present in the country to show television programs to mass audiences. While many other countries reveled in the filmed adventures of John Steed and company, South Africa was not equipped to join in the fun. The series took Britain by storm and made a major impression in the American markets, being that greatest of rarities, a British series given a network transmission slot. However, as a filmed series, rather than a videotaped one, The Avengers was able to gain a modicum of exposure in South Africa through film rentals. Come and listen at myclassicradio.net.
Thank you, Fletcher. Thanks a lot. And now Teddy, Lionel, Davy, and myself are going to hang ourselves right out on a limb. This is a quartet number, and we don't know what we're going to play yet. So we thought we'd let the audience choose it, providing it's something we haven't played before, and we'll play it as we go along. Then, what would you like to hear? What would you like to hear? Let's hear some. I think we caught you by surprise, but I think I heard some of these days over there, so Teddy, why don't you take it, huh?
Xxxx, an ace telegraph operator with Western Union, often works under heavy nervous tension. He tells us what he does to give his nerves a rest every now and then in these words.
Instead of letting my nerves become upset or jumpy, I take a short breathing spell from time to time. I let up and light up a Camel. There's no sense, I figure, in having my nerves get all wound up when it's so easy to light up a Camel.
Thank you, George Erickson, for reminding us that light up a Camel is a grand idea for putting more enjoyment into each day, and a grand way to give our nerves a rest. You are one of many smokers who find that Camel's costlier tobaccos are soothing to the nerves. Right now, it's our swing sweetheart, Martha Tilton, confessing all. She steps right out in front of all of these people, heads for a microphone, and then says, I used to be colorblind.
not a storm cloud, it's a rainbow. You brought the colors out. Believe me, it's really true. Till I met you, I never knew a setting sun could have such beautiful skies. I never knew there were such lovely colors, and the big surprise is the red in your cheeks, the gold in your hair, the blue in your eyes. Believe me, it's really true. Till I met you, I never knew a setting sun could have such beautiful skies. I never knew there were such lovely colors, and the big surprise is the red in your cheeks, the gold in your hair, the blue in your
Our Chicago fans chose their own favorite last week, and they called out tonight's quartet number. So we figured it would be okay if this week's choice was ours. Miss Tilton, will you speak for the Camel Caravan?
Indeed I will, Mr. Goodman. Next, Big John Special.
Well, there it is again, kids. Hope you liked the show. If you did, come back for more next week. This is Benny Goodman saying goodnight for Camels and all the gang.
The Camel Caravan will come to you next week at this same time from Kansas City. Until then, the Caravan rolls on with Benny Goodman and the world's greatest swing band, the Goodman Instrumental Trio and Quartet, and your swing sweetheart, Martha Tilton. All brought to you by the makers of Camel cigarettes. And remember, Camels set you right. Dan Seymour speaking.
How does a pipe smoker choose his tobacco? Well, some men say on mildness. Some say that fragrance and aroma are what they want. Others look for rich, mellow taste. Many men are fussy about having their tobacco cut so as to burn slow and cool. Well, they're all right. And there's one tobacco that has all these features. Prince Albert, the National Joy Smoke. There's no other tobacco like it. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/ARTS. Just go to Indeed.com/ARTS right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.